Guilt can be useful when it helps you recognize that something you did conflicts with your values. But when guilt becomes constant, excessive, or disconnected from what you are actually responsible for, it can quietly shape the way you see yourself. You may keep replaying old situations, apologize for things that were not your fault, or feel responsible for other people's emotions. Understanding where guilt comes from can help you separate healthy accountability from unnecessary self-blame. Number 1. You believe you are responsible for everyone's feelings. You may feel guilty whenever someone is disappointed, upset, or unhappy around you. Instead of recognizing that other people have their own emotions and responsibilities, you automatically assume you should fix the situation. Over time, this can make normal boundaries feel selfish and turn other people's reactions into a source of constant guilt. Number 2. You hold yourself to impossible standards. Guilt becomes heavier when you expect yourself to make perfect decisions, never disappoint anyone, and always behave correctly. Even ordinary mistakes can then feel like evidence that you have failed morally. The problem is not accountability. It is expecting yourself to meet standards that no person could consistently maintain. Number 3. You keep replaying past mistakes. Sometimes the event has ended, but your mind keeps returning to it. You repeatedly imagine what you should have said, what you should have done differently, or how things might have turned out. Reflection can be useful, but repeatedly punishing yourself after learning the lesson keeps guilt alive without creating anything productive. Number 4. You confuse boundaries with selfishness. Saying no, taking time for yourself, leaving an unhealthy situation, or choosing your own priorities can trigger guilt when you have learned to put others first. You may interpret a reasonable boundary as evidence that you are being uncaring. Healthy boundaries are not automatically harmful. They can protect both your well-being and your relationships. Number 5. You feel guilty for things outside your control. Not every negative outcome is your responsibility. Other people's decisions, unexpected circumstances, misunderstandings, and events you could not reasonably prevent can still leave you blaming yourself. When you take responsibility for what you could not control, guilt becomes disconnected from actual accountability. Number 6. You learn to earn approval through being good. If acceptance was strongly connected to being helpful, obedient, agreeable, or useful, you may have learned that being a good person means constantly meeting other people's expectations. When you disappoint someone or prioritize yourself, guilt can appear automatically. The deeper issue may be the belief that your worth depends on always being good enough for others. Number 7. Guilt has become part of your identity. After experiencing guilt for a long time, you may stop seeing it as a feeling and start seeing yourself as a bad or selfish person. This makes every mistake feel like confirmation of a negative identity. Separating, "I did something I regret," from "I am a bad person," creates room for accountability, learning, and self-forgiveness. Guilt can come from excessive responsibility, unrealistic standards, repeated self-punishment, weak boundaries, misplaced responsibility, approval-based self-worth, and an identity built around being good. Healthy guilt should guide you toward repair and better choices, not trap you in endless self-punishment. Understanding what you are actually responsible for is an important step toward carrying guilt in a healthier way.